Introduction.
Okay, go.
That'll be good.
I said okay, go, but I actually meant okay, go now.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, so hello, Harry.
Alright.
Today we're going to be talking a little bit about audio Pong.
Nice picture.
He looks like he's got a master's degree. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking a bit about audio Pong.
Okay.
Good. So the first question that I have is, what gave you the idea to do Pong specifically over any other of the, good arcade games like Donkey Kong or, Space Invaders?
Space Invaders.
Space Invaders.
The main reason, I suppose, classic arcade games, we had this idea a while back that we wanted an arcade in the city level game.
Yeah.
And so you think, what do you think arcade? For me, that's Pong. I played a lot of Pong growing up.
Yeah.
Back in the
single player.
late 70s, early 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, how do you make that audio based? I'll make it first person. That's cool. I quite like the idea of just having something coming towards you but spatialised left and right. I think that sounds pretty cool. You're like, oh, I need to get it quick. I thought it could be quite an exciting scenario.
I think so.
Hence,
I'm certainly excited. So I think what we're going to do next is I'm going to ask you another question. So Harry, the next question I have for you is what inspired you to come up with the various different... My understanding is that the game is comprised of different kind of tournament stages, environments, arenas, if you will. What inspired you to come up with those kind of types? And first, what are they? What are the types of arenas?
Yeah, so what we do at Purple Jam is binaural audio. And so because of that, I wanted to give myself a situation where you'd be able to have lots of different soundscapes, because that's sort of what we get at, that's what we do.
Yeah,
right? We make audio games, we love doing sound design, that's our thing. So I thought in order to accomplish that in the Pong situation, it'd be much better to have a series of different environments. And within those environments, you can put characters that fit those environments. So for example, the Emperor, he's the top dog that you're going to fight. He's in the biggest stadium in Dusklight. The Director, he's quite a shady character. He's in a spooky environment. And we also wanted to throw in some silly ones there. So we have a farmer who you play.
Yeah, I remember it well.
He's a big fan of his cow, Daisy.
Yeah, good old Daisy.
Lovely Daisy. And because it's not main game, we can get away with being a little bit fast and loose with the tone of things. Post-apocalyptic environment, everything's got to fit, right? You don't want to have too much silliness in there because it detracts from the overall tone of the experience. So we couldn't do too much silliness in Pitch Black, a Dusklight story, the main game launching in October 2020. But in the sort of side games, you're allowed a bit more free reign to do some silly stuff. So there are some fun characters, there are some characters from main worlds, a bit of a cameo role, and each of them have their own stadium that sort of fits the character.
Yeah, brilliant. So I guess the next question I have, it's more of a request actually.
Right.
Is whether you could just kind of briefly explain, okay? I'm the player, hypothetically, hopefully. And then what am I going to be able to hear? What am I going to be faced with in this sonic world?
Okay, cool. So you've gone onto your app store, you've downloaded the app, cost about £2. You're like, great, can't wait, it's going to be awesome. You load it in. You're going to swipe left for tutorial. You don't need that, you've already done that. You're going to swipe right to get into the main game. Now as you go into the main game, immediately you're surrounded by this environment. So it's all binaural, it's all spatial audio, 3D sound, whatever you want to call it.
Cool. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Harry, you're fidgeting slowly off camera. Can you please stop moving and sit where you're told to sit?
Sorry.
You're gesticulating so much.
I'm
You're
getting excited
like,
about Pong.
it's like propulsion.
Continue.
Okay.
Now you're floating away off the camera
Sorry.
upwards.
Oh, sorry.
Like you're from heaven.
Sorry. What was I? Okay, so you've loaded up your game.
Right, start.
You're surrounded by different audio sources, that create this overall 3D audio environment. You play as the puck. You are the puck, right? So you're not the puck. You're the paddle. You are the paddle.
He knows his game very well.
Just got my words mixed up. They're difficult.
I'm very disorientating.
Oh no, I'm hitting it.
You're the paddle, we get it.
Sorry.
You're the paddle, not the puck.
You
the
are.
paddle.
That's it. The paddle.
You're the bat,
You're the paddle.
not the ball.
Okay. You're the paddle. You're facing your opponent. I've lost it now.
No, keep going. You're facing your opponent.
You're the paddle.
You're the paddle.
You're the bat.
You're the paddle and the bat.
Not the ball.
Can you both stop talking?
It's the plank. You're the plank. The puck plank.
It's the plank.
You're the line, not the...
The ball.
Dot.
The circle. Alright.
You're the paddle.
You've got to edit that.
You keep trying to reset. I'm just doing you're the paddle.
You're the paddle.
You're the paddle.
You're the paddle. You're the paddle. You're the paddle. You're the
You've got to edit that, Jordan, like each iteration of the paddle.
You're the paddle.
After.
You're the paddle.
Yeah.
We keep trying, but we're not letting it go.
Alright, Harry.
You're the bat, you're the paddle.
Right, let's go.
Alright.
Action.
So you're the
Come on.
Okay,
here we
we
go.
can sort it out.
Sorry, mate, sorry.
So, as you were saying.
Okay, so you play. You're facing your opponent, right? So the ball, the puck, whatever you want to call it, is coming towards you. As it goes to the left of you, you have to move to the left. As it goes to the right of you, you can move to the right. Now that's denoted by one, if it's to the left of you, sounds more in your left ear. To the right, it's in your right ear. Distance is denoted both by volume, so if it's further away, it's quieter, of course. But as it gets further away, it also beeps at a slower tempo. So in the same way that you might have seen a sonar in films or something, as something gets closer, it starts slow, then it gets faster. And as it gets right towards you, it's almost a constant tone. And then you hit it, it's like, whoop, and then it goes off into the other thing.
Yeah.
And the main mechanics are exactly the same as sort of your standard Pong. So you've got two walls. Your goal is to get past the opponent's paddle. That way you score a point. Now if you win, you go up the rung to your next opponent. The ball gets faster, they get faster, it gets more difficult.
So it gets way more intense.
Way more intense.
Yeah.
And there are 5 of those tiers. Now if you do lose on one of the tiers, you go back down to the start. However, there are 5 or 6 characters at the lowest rung. So you're not just playing the same guy every time.
Yeah, you want to mix it up a little bit, create some fun kind of diversity.
Absolutely, Connor. I couldn't have put it better myself. So even if you are losing, it's still a really fun experience. And once you do improve and start winning, then eventually the stadiums get bigger. The people you're playing against are more important within the story.
Okay, cool.
It's yeah.
So it does feed into the Dusklight world as far as the characters that are present, how they are, who they are.
Really, it's the so what the sort of bottom rung characters. They're just sort of fun. As you start moving up the tiers, that's when you start facing your Archies, your Finns, your Directors, the Emperor.
Main characters.
Cool. Yeah,
main characters. Main characters.
Just to clarify.
Well, Harry, this has been an absolute pleasure, and I am very, very, very excited to play Audio Pong. So much so that I'm never going to play the normal Pong ever again in my life. So thank you very much for your time.
That's cool.
And I look forward to things.
Ponging.
Ponging. Let's get ponged. Yeah?